in the mid-year of 2015, from a Volkswagen viewpoint, the car world appeared to be to a great extent afirm. The production lines were murmuring, and designers were taking a shot at superior activities, for example, the Golf R400 and extravagance models like the following Phaeton. At that point the diesel embarrassment struck, and Volkswagen was flipped around. The aftermath saw a key move toward electric versatility and the separating of some elite projects. One that survived, be that as it may, is the Up GTI. A firm, we'll drop the gaudy outcry point that VW adds to the Up's name starting now and into the foreseeable future. It has required VW a strangely long investment to put up the Up GTI for sale to the public. We drove a model back in mid-2012, and we were expecting a market dispatch by 2014. Yet, 2014 went back and forth. Lastly, in mid-2016 we were dealt with to a 89 horsepower TSI rendition of the Up, fitted with a 1.0-liter 3-barrel, a 5-speed manual, and a somewhat comfort-situated suspension. Despite the fact that we valued that tepid model, it was no GTI. Yet, now the Up GTI has at long last arrived. It remains on a more extensive track and 17-inch Hagel's dark and red outside accents and in addition a rooftop spoiler, making this auto about as brassy as a minicar can get. Inside, there is the trademark plaid GTI texture with red sewing on sportier yet at the same time agreeable seats. Volkswagen calls attention to that, at 114 strength. The Up GTI is about as intense as the European rendition of the first Mark I Golf GTI, sold as the Rabbit GTI in the States. That is a decent examination, yet a later forerunner to the Up GTI was the Lupo GTI, a Ferdinand Pi H top pick, which was propelled in Europe in 2000. With 123 strength and overflowing with cutting-edge highlights, for example, Bixen lights and aluminum body parts, it was the coolest auto in the section. It's quick turning into a gatherer's thing in Europe. For the Up GTI, pressing another 25 pull out of the modest EA211 turbocharged 3-banger was no simple accomplishment, say the specialists. This is a primary VW motor to be ensured by the latest, ultra-testing European outflows guidelines. The equipment is relatively indistinguishable to the 89 horsepower variant, in spite of the fact that the cylinders have been adjusted, fuel infusion weight is expanded, and the turbocharger highlights an alternate geometry. VW needed to beat the expanded back weight of the new fumes framework including 2 exhaust systems, one of which additionally fills in as a particulate channel. The fumes treatment saps control as well as has another drawback: it makes this auto much calmer, so VW needed to fall back on simulated sound improvement inside the lounge. Be that as it may, not at all like numerous other excessively orchestrated cases of this innovation, the Up GTI really functions admirably, increasing the characterful, vibrant sound of the 3-chamber motor. We wish the motor's reaction was more forceful, however turbo slack in any event is kept to a great extent under control. The pinnacle of 148 lb-ft of torque is accessible from 2,000 to 3,500 rpms, however the 3-banger still exceeds expectations when rev past 4,000 rpms in the upper compasses of the TAC. The motor feels vivacious and energetic. The main transmission offered is a 6-speed manual, which is selective to the GTI, and it works wonderfully. Be that as it may, straight-line execution remains rather unassuming. The Up GTI can reach 62 mph in 8.8 seconds, as indicated by its creator, and tops out at 122 mph. The GTI's motor is obviously better than the variant in the Up TSI, however the undercarriage has made a much more prominent jump. The controlling is more straightforward. The GTI sits 0.6-inch bring down on a firmer suspension, and the counter-move bar is hardened by 30%. The wheel counterbalance additionally is more prominent, and the track has been enlarged however much as could reasonably be expected without requiring changes to the body. All the exertion has paid off. This Up feels a considerable measure stiffer, the inclination to understeer has been incredibly decreased, and the controlling is associated and coordinate. We additionally adore the solid brakes. In the driver's seat, one feels moment congruity with the auto and the street, and despite the fact that the Up GTI doesn't convey rocket-like straight-line speeding up, it's really amusing to drive. The main genuine contender to the Up GTI is the Fiat 500 Abarth. The boisterous Abarth is all the more capable, however extremely ailing in refinement, and we'd be enticed to pick the complex BW. Oh, that is a decision that won't be offered to purchasers in the United States. For the time being, you'll need to believe us. At minimum, in a few corners of Volkswagen's Wolfsburg base camp, the great circumstances are as yet rolling.